Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to another edition of Russ Can Fly. I just can't believe the blessings that I have received. Fly. So before I get into the cockpit, you know the deal. I want to give a subscriber shout out to my newest subscriber, Donald Grant. Brother Donald, hey man, it was nice meeting you today. Can't wait for you to get back into flying. Thank you for your military service. It's definitely appreciated. But I can't wait for you to get back into the cockpit. And once you do, let's fly. Hopefully by then, by the time you get everything together, I'll have my ticket and we'll be able to fly. And there's definitely a bunch of people I want to introduce you to because, man, I tell you, this aviation community is awesome. All right, enough talking. Let's get to the cockpit. Mixture, full rich, throttle slight. And we don't need the brake. Prime. Brakes. On the brakes. And I'm glad there's one key. Clear prop. Oh. That would probably help.
Yep.
Wingsfield, Cessna 91, Quebec Sierra, taxiing from the upper ramp for runway 24 wings.
Okay, so this flight is really going to be about flying on instruments. I'm going to be using the avionics to really guide me. You're going to see me put my foggles back on. I have another training video where I do an hour of flying with foggles. You need 3 hours of instrument training. Not that I'll be instrument rated, but you just need the basic training to focus on your avionics. So this is going to be another flight where I've, focus on flying with my aviation instruments.
Oh no, that's the one on land. Sierra Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Robbinsville traffic, helicopter, 1 November Juliet, 2.5 miles out to the north, 1,500.
Yeah, on this one, remember last time we forgot it to
Yeah.
check. So.
Alright, so I didn't see him move.
Alright. Okay. Well,
That did not move.
yeah, I think it's because the suction is so low.
Okay.
But yeah, well, that's why you check it.
Yeah. Alright.
One thing I do want to see if this magnetic compass is, once we add some more power, my control.
Your controls.
There, it's turning, right?
Okay, and the ball's opposite.
Yeah, and it's just because we read low suction.
Gotcha.
We just line up, we'll line up, stop, we'll line it up to runway heading, 245, and then be good.
Okay. Alright.
Lights on, strobe and landing.
I got the landing. Strobe is now
And you
on.
have the fogs with you.
Yep.
Good.
Oh. Everybody coming?
Final's good.
Great. Wingsfield, Cessna 901, Quebec Sierra, taking runway 24 to the north, wings.
So we had to do that 360 to add more power to get more suction, and that suction allowed the instruments to operate properly. I wasn't able to see it on the first turn, but that 360 was dope.
That'll be a crosswind off.
Okay. So like a wind correction into the wind?
Yeah, into the wind. So you go about full aileron into the wind.
Okay.
And remember, as you speed up, you can stop here. We're gonna line up with our heading. And then aileron into the wind. As you speed up, you slowly take it out.
Okay.
Alright?
Very good. Alright, feet on the floor. Full power. Hit that right rudder. Oil in the green, oil temp's good.
Now slowly take out the... Slowly rotate, wings level. Nice. And do your best to maintain the center line.
Okay.
Gonna be a little bumpy arm down here.
That wasn't too bad. I think, you know, just having this bigger engine helps.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I saw 717, I saw the wing doing all kinds of weird stuff. Like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not in that today.
Yeah, for sure. I need to offset a little bit to the right here because we have a wind pushing us from our right here, so I need a little crab in.
Okay.
Actually, if you can, put your foggles on. I'll take the controls for now.
All right, your controls.
My controls.
On a 3.5 mile 45, we'll enter midfield left downwind for 30 at Somerset. Descending out 2,300 for 1,000.
Okay.
All right, your controls.
My controls.
Right now we're 4 miles.
All right, your controls.
West.
All right, turn to 330 heading, please.
330.
Going around 1132. There's not traffic. Wind Columbia just off of 525.
All right, keep a cross scan of everything going, right?
Yeah.
This is your home base, and you move out from...
Runway 4, the active.
All right, I'm still climbing. Good speed.
32, Mammoth.
330.
Okay, so once again, those ugly blue things that I have on are called foggles, and basically they limit the amount that I am able to see. So as you see the blue part of the glasses, I can't see through those. At the bottom of the foggles is two small windows where I can basically see down. So I can see down to the instruments, and that's about it. But I cannot see basically straight forward or out the window. So everything that's happening now is not based on anything I'm seeing. It's based on, well, actually, it's what I'm seeing, but it's what I'm seeing on the instruments and not what I'm seeing outside the windshield.
And if you're really close to the headings and stuff you want, it's just small corrections, right?
Right.
Once you start making bigger corrections, that's when you start doing S-turns, because you'll overshoot where you want to be, then you'll come back and overshoot again.
Right.
You start doing these S-turns and stuff like that. So we're a little bit to the left a little bit, just a nice little nudge to the right to bring it back to 330. We're only, what, 5 degrees off? It's not much.
Right. But that's one thing I'm definitely trying to do a lot less of, is like really grabbing.
Yeah.
Try to just be light on the controls. All right, we're still at 10. Still climbing.
Delaware Coastal Traffic, Phenom 437 Quebec.
3,000, correct?
Runway 4.
Yes, please.
All right, so we're about there.
And really important here is when you level off pitch power trim, really, because we're trim for takeoff, you need to really push it down and keep that pressure down there so you don't climb.
Right. All right, pitch.
Get it right there on the horizon, right there on the horizon.
Power. This trim.
Traffic, Cessna 152, crosswind, turning left downwind, 32.
Still climbing, yeah.
Alright, if you can, do the cruise checklist.
Okay.
I got the checklist for you. There you go.
Okay. Cruise checklist, power.
It's set, right?
Set. Mixture, I can lean it out a little bit.
Yeah, so you're gonna look at the RPMs, right? You're gonna see it just nice turns until it drops a little bit, and then once it drops, you pull it, you turn it back in, so it goes back up.
Cessna 152, short time.
I hear it doing something. I'll leave it there.
I think a little bit more. So let's see. Keep it nice and level. So we're at what, a little bit less than 2,300?
Yep.
So what I'm trying to do here is really try to lean out the mixture, meaning have less fuel to air mixture going into the carburetor, so that we're just burning less fuel. So that's what's going on here.
A little bit less than 20. Did you drop a little bit there?
Yeah, I did. I
Now
saw
it's like
that.
at 2150-ish, or
Yeah.
2250.
Yep.
I'll pull it back in a little bit. And it goes back up to 2300.
So this is where I start to do maneuvers in my foggles, and I try to figure out where I am, try to orient myself, do turns and things like that. And again, the only thing I can see are the instruments. And so it's really interesting to think about like being in a cloud or being in fog or rain or whatever, and just depending on the instruments only. Kind of scary.
Climbing a little.
That's okay. We're not expecting perfection. You're not getting your instrument rating, right? You're just doing your private pilot. I just want to see that you have control of the plane.
Right.
And for the most part, I was controlling the plane, but it's just so hard because as soon as you look at one instrument, the plane starts doing something else. So just have to get a feel for the plane.
All right, how about a left turn to 300?
300.
And if you're wondering why I'm talking so much, I'm just trying to make sure that I am following my CFI's instructions and executing the maneuvers properly.
Watching my attitude indicator, vertical speed, I'm coming up. Get that nose down.
Look at your airspeed as well.
Yep,
So take a bit of power.
definitely a little fast.
Not too much.
Overshot there a little bit.
Three. Get that power right at the bottom. Good, right here.
Okay, get that nose up.
It never ceases to amaze me how quickly things can change. I mean, so you gotta be constantly scanning with your eyes. Vertical speed, heading indicator, all of that stuff.
Nudge of power.
Blairstown traffic, Bonanza's entering the downwind for Blairstown 25. Long downwind.
Jumped out nice. Got a airspeed good.
Braden 8 Charlie Delta is about
Vertical
5
speed
north
looks
and
good.
down 36 Braden traffic.
Power setting is good.
Little descent coming, right? Look at that little attitude.
Yeah, see that.
Because the attitude is not like precise,
Right.
but those little drops down, that could be like a 5-degree pitch down. You would have seen it outside as well.
Gotcha.
But it's more so, it doesn't matter if you slip up a little bit. I just want to see you make a correction, which you have been doing pretty well. How about a climbing right turn to the east up to 3,500?
3,500, climbing right turn to the east.
Center Foxtrot, you out there? Yeah, I see you, Chuck. Okay, I can see you on TCAT. I don't have you visual yet, but I'm about, I think, extended downwind for 36.
Or keep it coordinated as well, right?
Yeah.
Right rudder.
Braden traffic.
When you're turning, put that wing right on that right side.
Gotcha.
And that's what's called a standard rate
Standard
turn.
rate turn, okay.
Not for the downwind for 36, Braden.
I mean, that's what.
What's the runway at Blairstown, Texas?
So what you keep seeing me reaching for and turning is I'm turning the heading bug. That shows me my direction that I'm flying.
Oh, pitch.
Hey, Charlie Delta, we're downwind, and then left turns, 36, Braden.
I keep forgetting how much stronger this engine is. This thing climbs like a son of a gun. Gotta stay more on top of it.
Still pretty good though. How about a climbing?
I'm turning base for 25.
Let's climb out to 4,000 on this heading.
Okay, 4,000.
And go right ahead. Hey, Charlie Delta, rolling a left base, 36, Braden traffic.
Watch airspeed. Heading.
Your attitude indicator. Alright, we're level right now, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta give it a little bit more climb up, about like right there. You want to climb about 95 to 100 knots, 90 knots. You know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got
So
you.
you're keeping an airspeed. Climbing, you pitch for airspeed.
The final mile final 36 parade traffic.
Clear sound traffic. Nan's is turning final.
Coming up on 4,000.
Okay, normally by now I'd be trying to figure out how to end my video, go ahead and land, because you know the time is getting on, and I was gonna cut this out, but I thought no, this might be kind of interesting. So basically what's about to happen is you're gonna see me release control of the airplane to my CFI, and he's gonna do a bunch of maneuvers where he's gonna basically, you know, fly the plane around. I'm gonna be looking down at the, you know, at my lap basically, and he's gonna put the airplane in a position while I can't see, and then immediately he will say, your plane, your controls, and I have to grab the controls, hurry up, look at the instruments, figure out where I am in space, what's happening with the plane, what position it's in, and fix it. And so I thought I would keep a couple of these in just so you can see what this exercise looks like. So on that first one, the plane was kind of, I guess, had a nose up attitude, and he gave me this, I guess saying, or you know, way to deal. It's like, if in blue, power through, and the brown, power down. So basically, you know, if you're going towards the ground, you know, release power, get the plane, you know, settled, wings level. If you're up, you know, then figure out, you know, how to get, again, the nose down, wings level. And once I get the wings level, then straight and level flight, and then carry on from there. Now, again, I can't see outside in front of me at all. All I can see is the instrument. So I will say that not being able to see and flying around like this, stomach flip-flops a little bit, but what's more concerning is as soon as I look up at the instruments, sometimes I'm not exactly sure what I'm seeing. But the whole point here is to try to deal with what happens if you go into a cloud or you become disoriented, or something like that. And so this is to practice, you know, figuring out how to read your instruments and get the plane back into a coordinated position. So I thought I just wanted to show a couple of those, and it was actually scary as heck the first time I did it. This time I think I did a little bit better, but it was definitely, you know, an interesting practice. Okay, so let's do this last one and I'll be quiet. I didn't realize that I was like jumping at the yoke. You know, brother want to get that plane in control real quick. So anyway, that's guess kind of, I call it upset attitude, and trying to figure out how to get the plane coordinated.
Wingsfield, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra, turning final for runway 24, wings.
Take a bit of power out, and 30 degrees flaps.
30 degree flaps.
More power out.
More power out.
I'll go idle.
Go idle.
Idle.
Yep. It's idle.
Very good. So, they'll run into the wind opposite rudder. They don't need any power or anything like that. Start flaring. It's simple, right? That was hard. That was hard. No worries at all, though. But eventually,
It didn't feel too bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
but eventually it's going to be like, I'm not going to help you at all on days like this.
Right, right.
Until you land it.
Whew. All right, so some flights are definitely more work than others, and I got to tell you, that flight was a lot of work. First of all, there's about a 15 to 18 knot wind, and it's actually like 25 knots up in the sky. So flying today was really testing my limited skills. But the other thing is, you got to see me once again fly with my foggles. So in order to get my private pilot license, I have to fly at least 3 hours of instrument time. Now, that doesn't mean that I will be instrument rated, doesn't mean that I can fly instrument flight rules or IFR. It's just a minimal requirement, just in case, you know, you get caught in the cloud or whatever. You at least have some basic understanding of what you're supposed to be looking for when you can't see outside and you have to depend on your instruments. And it is exhausting. I mean, your mind is constantly having to scan these things. Your body is telling, well, at least my body's telling me something completely different than what's happening outside of the plane. And so flying with those foggles, that was only my second hour. It felt a lot better, but it's still very difficult because I'm not used to flying instruments. The other thing is just with the wind and everything all combined, and then this upset recovery, that's always tough. But the good news is I did a lot better on my upset recovery this time than I did the first time. First time, we would have crashed. I mean, there was just no doubt about it. But at least this time I was able to figure out where I was and, you know, how to figure out how to get the plane recovered. So at any rate, enough of that. I'm just so blessed. And I know with everything that's going on, I am not ignoring it. I cannot be who I am and have existed in this body and not understand exactly what's going on. What I'm hoping is this will definitely give us all an opportunity to figure out what is our common ground. How can we get together? How can we pull together and stop this madness? And I got to tell you, everybody's needed to figure out how to get past all of this madness. One group can't do it alone. So at any rate, I thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you have not done so, I'd ask that you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff. All right, take care. Russ can fly. I'm out. See ya.